Hello friends, it's Saturday and today I'm doing a Minecraft Foods tier list video. It's been a while since I did a tier list video. I believe the last one was also in Minecraft with the mobs. And I've meant to do more tier lists on just other things in general, but I just never got around to it for some reason. But today I'll be doing Minecraft Foods. I'll probably be doing a lot of different Minecraft foods, or just a lot of different things in Minecraft, should I say, because Minecraft has got so many different things I can rank in a tier list, which makes it great. I can rank biomes, I can rank tools, maybe. That'll be kind of predictable. But let's get started with the apple. So the apple can be only obtained from oak trees, I believe, and can be crafted into a golden apple or an enchanted golden apple if you're playing certain versions. But I never really use the actual apple. I usually keep all my apples and then craft them into golden apples later. I rarely ever eat an actual apple. They're still very useful, but they're kind of awkward to obtain. So for that, I might put them in D. But the thing is, they have that potential to become gold. So I kind of want to put it up there just because I know what they can do. But I'm going to put it into B because even though they're not the most useful on their own, they're really good when you mix them with gold and then give them loads of cool abilities, because that's how gold works, I guess. Then we have the baked potato. The baked potato is a food I've rarely ever eaten, honestly. I cannot remember the last time I ate a baked potato in Minecraft, or a potato for that matter, but it's still quite good. I want to say it's better than the apple because it does restore more hunger, but at the same time, it can't really upgrade like the apple can. So I'll probably put it in C just because there are better options, and it's just food, so many other foods that you can restore the same amount of hunger with that are even easier to obtain than baked potatoes. Alright, beetroots. I do not like beetroot. They're not terrible, but they're so just annoying to use because trying to plant them and stuff, kind of like wheat where you have both the seeds and the actual beetroot itself, as opposed to carrots and potatoes where you just use the food itself to plant a seed. But the thing on top of that is they barely restore any hunger. I believe it's like one, right? And it just gives me really no reason to get beetroot. You can't cook it either, so it just makes it, really difficult that way. You'd have to carry so much in your inventory and eat them all the time to restore even any food at all. And beetroot stew, I'd probably rank just above it, but I might put it in D. It is more effective, but it can only stack in one, so it kind of makes it just take up so much room in your inventory. It's like the older version of Minecraft where foods didn't stack at one point. So, yes, the stew cannot stack, but at least it still restores a bit more hunger. So that's just going above beetroot. Bread, okay. Bread is S tier. I'm sorry, bread is actually S tier because it's the food you can use to breed villagers, and villagers are, in my opinion, the best mob in the game. So, if you have a certain food that pretty much gives you as many villagers as you want, obviously I'm going to put that at the top. Alright, cake. I'd nearly put that, not in F, but below beetroot because it's just so awkward to craft. And if you want to eat it, you must place on the ground, and that's it. It's on the ground now. I feel like it's more just kind of a gimmick more than an actual food. Yeah, I feel like a cake is literally a gimmick in Minecraft. Because I do think there was a pretty specific reason why they added the cake. I can't remember. I think it was someone's birthday, but it's still nice, I guess. But at the same time, I'd never ever go out of my way to make this, or beetroot. To me, cake and beetroot stew, I'll pretty much never make. I've nearly no reason to ever make, so it kind of just makes them pointless. Chorus fruit, it is cool because it makes you teleport, but at the same time, it's not really good. I want to put it in F because it could teleport you somewhere you don't want to go, because it doesn't teleport you far from where you were when you ate it. But at the same time, like you could eat it and then teleport right next to a lava lake or something stupid. I don't know. I haven't used course food very much. I know what they do. You eat them and you teleport to a spot that's not far from you, and it has some kind of cooldown as well. I just at the same time, yeah, I feel like they're a bit of a gimmick. I don't know if there's some other weird little effect it gives you that a lot of pros would be like, no, why'd you put it low? It does a really cool thing. It does this. I'm sorry. I'm just ranking from my experience and from what I know. Next is cooked chicken. Cooked chicken is pretty good. I like cooked chicken. I'll put it above I You know, I'll actually put the apple down here. Oh, but it can make golden apples. Yeah, I think the chicken will go in C. Yeah, it restores 3 hunger. Very easy to obtain. What I've only recently started doing in Minecraft is I basically stop rotating. I basically get a flint and steel, and I set the ground on fire where the animal is, whether it's chicken, pig, or cow, and then I start rapidly attacking him with a sword. And then when the animal dies, the food is cooked straight away. But it is easier to get fire aspect, but if you don't have fire aspect, I recommend doing that because I've seen very few people actually do that. At least from my experience, I've really never heard of anyone say, "Oh, use flint and steel or fire charge, anything that sets them on fire, and then kill them with the sword." Honestly, it's a bit difficult when you do it the first time, but it's actually really useful. It's just nice. You don't have to cook the food. You don't have to get fire aspect. It's nice and handy. And as well as flint and steel is only 1 iron and 1 flint, so you're not really spending much. Uh, Next is cooked mutton. Or is there any raw foods on this? There's only some. That's okay. So mutton in general, uh, I don't know. It's pretty much on par with chicken. Like it's quite literally the same. It does the same hunger, but I'll probably put chicken above it just because chickens are slightly weaker and easier to kill. That's pretty much the only reason I'll put chicken above it. All right, next is pork chop. Pork chop is really good because if you have a looting 3 sword, you can get a lot of food from it. Uh, I feel like all these kind of foods are going to be all in C, but I don't know. I kind of want to put pork chop in B because it restores more hunger. It's that extra hunger bar, and that goes a long way. I'm actually just going. I know I usually do these things in order, but I'm just going to grab the steak and put that pretty much in the same place. Um, I don't know where to. I'm going to put it in front of pork. The only reason is cows are slightly more useful since they drop leather. Pigs only drop meat, so I will put the steak over. And then again, in my main Minecraft survival world, my main source of food is steak. I always have loads of cows and I always use them for food. So that's the reason I'm putting it above it. Rabbit, okay. I can remember the last time I've eaten rabbit in Minecraft. Um, it's still pretty good though. It's not as good as pork and steak, but it's still good. Um, I would probably put it below potato just because rabbits are kind of fast and awkward to kill and stuff because they're always running away from you and they're just annoying to kill. They're constantly afraid of you as opposed to not rabbits, chickens, cows, and pigs, where they'll only run away from you if you attack them, but after 3 seconds, they just forget they can run away from you, which is weird. Alright, so now we've salmon. Salmon, I actually really, really like salmon. I'm probably going to put it high C, and once again, I'm going to grab one from another part of the list here and put cod here. Yeah, I'm going to put cod above it. The only reason is just because it's more common, and that's really it. Yeah, they're pretty much the same, just cod is more common, and I love fishing in Minecraft. It's something I love to do quite a lot, because you can get so many enchanted books from fishing. While they're quite rare, people having a bad day. Okay, I forgot to turn on my notifications. That's okay. I'm just going to, let's see, I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I don't want to receive messages while I'm recording a video. And basically, yeah, I'll be fishing in Minecraft and I get like a really cool enchanted book. I have about 5 or 6 mending books now, but I think only 1 or 2 of them for fishing because the other ones I got from trades from villagers. And yeah, it's just nice that when I'm trying to get enchanted books, because they're really the only things I truly want to get from fishing, but I just get so much fish, on the way. For every like 1 enchanted book I get nearly a stack of fish at most times. So that's loads of free food, simply. Cookies. I don't really like cookies, but I do prefer them over beetroots and that, just because they're fun to obtain. Uh, if you feed them to parrots, they'll die. Alright, that's not really a good thing. Um, but they're not that great either. I'm considering putting cookies in E. They don't restore much hunger. Um, they're not hard to craft, at least. They're not annoying to make. They're actually fun to make, as opposed to beetroot, in my opinion. Well, beetroot I wouldn't say is not fun to make. It's more just, I feel like it's not worth it for what you're farming. Like the way you farm beetroot, I feel like you just don't really get what you worked for, in my opinion. Cookies, it's really the similar situation, but I feel like it's just slightly more worth it. I'm just going to keep it in D for now. Alright, dried kelp. I used to actually really like dried kelp because you can eat it really fast, but it still doesn't restore much hunger and you can eat it really, really quick and it's nearly gone straight away. But you can get loads and loads of kelp really quickly. So I'm gonna put it above cookies because of that. Like you can go out in nearly any body of water in modern Minecraft and get so much kelp. It's crazy. But I prefer to use it as a fuel, not a food. So that's the reason my kelp is not in C and in D. Okay, these two apples look identical. I know one's meant to be the enchanted golden apple. Um, I wish one had the like purple enchanted thing around it. But anyway, we know where these are going. I'm gonna come on. There we go. I'm just gonna pretend one is an enchanted and one's a golden apple. Um, Honestly, I don't know where to put the golden apple over the bread because I love bread. It just means more villagers, and villagers are the best mobs. So if you have a food that gives you the best mobs, how could you not love it? I never eat bread normally because I'm like, no, I'm wasting. I need to give it to my villagers. But basically, yeah, the one at the very top is the golden apple. Like it just is. I don't think anything will go above it. Like, I mean, the enchanted apple, of course, and you can actually craft it in some versions, which is crazy. The Xbox 360 edition being one of them, which is a version of Minecraft I've been playing a little bit recently. Very fun. But the regular golden apple's still really good though. I don't even want to put it above the bread. It's so easy to get your hands on. It's simply just a potion, really, but you just make it slightly different than you would a regular traditional potion. I'm just gonna stick it there for now. What do we have next? Golden cards. Golden cards I actually used to hate because they don't give you an effect like the golden or enchanted apple do. But the thing is, they do fill your hunger up for a long time. But I still don't love golden cards. Just they are really good, and if you have a pretty consistent way of getting gold, you've nearly no reason not to have them. But they still don't grant you a status effect at the end of the day. They do restore what's it, two hunger, 1.5, something like that. I think I'm pretty sure it's either 1.5 or two, but it does keep you full for the longest in out of any food. It keeps your hunger, full for longer than any other food. So I will give it that. It is very good for that reason. But I don't think it's deserving of S tier. It is a really good food, but I'm sorry, it's just not up there with the others. Okay, melon. I used to love melon. I still think they're quite easy to get your hands on, but you like most foods I'd rank pretty low. They just don't give you enough hunger. They don't bring it up enough, and I don't like that. So for that reason, it's in D. Oh, mushroom stew. That's the interesting thing about mushroom stew. I actually used to love mushroom stew so much. It was one of my favorite foods in the game at one point because I used to just live on a mushroom island and I would just carry loads of bowls and pretty much have unlimited food. So in that way, it's really good. You can pretty much just get unlimited free food. You don't even have to do anything. All you gotta do is, press LT. Well, I do since I play on Xbox, but I just gotta spam LT and fill my entire inventory of food instantly. It's crazy. The only thing is, it doesn't stack. And for that, I want to put it in low C. I'll keep it in low C just because it's so easy to get your hands on. It's pretty much effortless and it's unlimited. So for that, it does deserve C, but a low C. Poisonous potato. That's no. You've literally no reason to eat a poisonous potato. A raw potato, I'd probably put it between the kelp and cookies, honestly, just because potatoes are quite easy to just farm pretty much compared to cookies, and kelp kelp is would I say kelp is better? I don't know. It's just so easy to get so much kelp. That's the thing. So I'll leave it there for now. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is something I've only ever eaten once or twice, but at the same time I vividly remember it for whatever reason. I remember it so strongly just eating pumpkin pie. But for some reason you actually can't eat pumpkins themselves in Minecraft, which is kind of weird. But pumpkin pie is pretty good. It does restore a decent amount of hunger, which is 4. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember it being 4, okay? I'm not a Minecraft pro. I'm just going by what I remember. Um, it's not too hard to craft. But yeah, like it does restore a lot of hunger. But I nearly put it in C. It is a pretty good food. It's not something you'd really go out your way to get. But when you do have it, it is pretty good. It does restore a good bit of hunger. But, oh, this is a hard one, honestly. It's like either a really high D or really low C. Alright, rabbit stew. Rabbit stew is something I've actually never eaten. I think out of all these foods in the entire list, the only thing I've never eaten once in Minecraft, in creative or survival, is rabbit stew. Creative, you can't eat, it doesn't matter. I've actually never eaten rabbit stew, but I've seen plenty of gameplay of different Minecraft YouTubers playing and eating rabbit stew and stuff. It seems to be at the same level as beetroot stew, but at the same time, you obviously use rabbits instead of beetroot. But I don't know, honestly. Since beetroots can't run away from you, I'm putting rabbit stew below it. That's that's where we'll go. Rotten flesh. Many will probably be surprised by this because a lot of people hate rotten flesh. Pretty much everyone hates it, but I actually don't hate it. I actually kind of like it. You might shoot me for that, but the thing is about rotten flesh is I'm actually probably going to put it there because rotten flesh, while it does make you hungry, it seems to be completely useless in terms of trying to stop you from being hungry. Whenever I'm out at night and I'm hunting monsters, I almost always come across zombies, of course. They're very common. But the thing is, right, I'm always going to get rotten flesh all the time. It's just going to be a steady increase of rotten flesh. So while I have loads of food with me, I never need to eat it because I use rotten flesh instead to regenerate my hearts. That's pretty much what I'd use my rotten flesh for. Not like, oh, I'm always going to try and be really full, but it's just so good for regenerating my hearts, which is something you're going to kind of need if you want to take more hits. So, in a way, I find rotten flesh to be quite useful in that sense, where it's just a nice little bonus way to regenerate health, and you don't have to worry about your food running out too quick because you're using rotten flesh instead, which is constantly going up naturally as you're just hunting monsters. So for that, I am putting it up there. I'm probably the only person not to put in F tier in a Minecraft Foods tier list, but that's where it's going. And yeah, pumpkin pie is still better by far, but melon slices are not, personally. Let's see, spider eye. That's the thing though. It can be used to create potion of poison, I believe. I don't know. Like, just eating it, it's terrible, but for brewing, it's good. So, B, maybe? Just because it's very useful, but at the same time, I'm trying to judge it by also being a food, so it can kind of hurt you too. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll stick it there. I think, actually, there's a pretty good spot. Also, sorry if my screen keeps rotating. The video's nearly over, don't worry. Suspicious stew. I've only ever eaten this once, and it's kind of scary. Pretty cool. It's like taking a gamble. But in terms of usefulness, I don't know. I might stick it a D, maybe. Like I said, I've only eaten a suspicious stew once, so if it can be really useful sometimes... Sorry, I would have no idea. I'm just going by the one time I've ever eaten it. And that time I ate it, I was literally just granted blindness. That's what I remember anyway. I could have sworn I was granted blindness. I found it in a shipwreck, and then I ate it and was like, what the hell? But I really don't know where to put that. I feel like I just don't know enough about it. That's just where it's going for now anyway. I feel like that's an appropriate spot since it does give you a random status effect. And sweet berries. Okay, this is a good one because I hate sweet berries as an actual food. But you can surround your house. I literally have my like HQ or base in my survival world surrounded by red berries, so mobs trying to chase me will end up running into it and dying because of it. Kind of like barbed wire. It's literally barbed wire. Yeah, as a food it's kind of bad, but as a defense mechanism, it is good. Oh no, what did I do? There we go. I really don't know where to put this. Oh, this is a good one. I'll probably... Yeah, I think low B actually is a good spot. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, there you go. That is my tier list. At the very top is the enchanted golden apple, even though it looks the same as the other one. The one at the very top is supposed to be the enchanted one. One beside that is regular golden apple, bread, golden carrot, red apple, they're just called apples. And you can obviously see the rest. I'm not going to list out all of them, but yeah, you can see them right there. And thank you for very much for watching my tier list video. I thought this video would be a bit shorter, but now I'm looking and it actually says it was 20 minutes. That 20 minutes flew by. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope to be making another tier list video soon, and I'll see you later.